national wake-up call. You need to be engaging with your team. You need to be following other leaders. Are you following other elite coaches? Are you engaging in your challenge groups? Are you staying plugged in? I tell my team, you need to immerse yourself in this business early on. Like borderline, you gotta almost have to be like obsessed, guys. You have to take ownership and stay plugged in every single thing. And you shouldn't need reminders. You should just be all in because this is your business and nobody needs another babysitter. You don't need another boss. So you got to plug in with every possible training. And I know that Scotty and the team, there's tons of stuff out there for you guys to be staying plugged in every single day. Number 3 kind of goes into what Scotty was talking about, events. You need to be at Summit and Super Saturdays. Guys, my income from my first summit to the second summit went up 700% that year. That summit was the summit for me was the light bulb that went off and said, wow, this is what's going to make a difference. And then after being a coach for about 2 years and I was stuck at Diamond and had like 24 months in Success Club, it took me going to Summit again to see Tommy Migrant speak, to have another aha and to really start taking ownership of their business. And that was Summit 2013. So in the last 2 years, I remember my team was like 50 coaches. All of my growth has been from 13 to present day. I was making like no money and then my income skyrocketed and it went off of Summit. And that also plays into my wife too. Her and I didn't always work the business. Yes, now she's a 6-star elite. People ask us, how did you do it? What do you guys do? It was not easy early on, but I got her to Summit. She kind of was the support from the distance, which wasn't always there. And that's like another topic, which I'm going to be speaking about at Summit. So I hope I get to see some of you guys there about supporting your spouse. But early on, I just got her to Summit. And that kind of was the light bulb that went off for her to realize the opportunity that's in front of you, that it's an opportunity of a lifetime, and you just really have to take advantage of the lifetime of the opportunity is something I hear all the time. Number 4, guys, sacrifices. If you don't succeed, it is on you, okay? You have to have a championship work ethic and be willing to make sacrifices. If you want to be the best, you need to work harder than everyone else. Right now, I'm reading 10X by Grant Cardone. I absolutely love it. It's about 10Xing. It's about going 10 times harder than everybody else. I'll tell you this. I may not be the smartest coach. I may not be the brightest coach. I may not have the most tech skills, but my personal motto is I will not be outworked. And that's how I get there. Like, I will grind and hustle every single day because I know I just need to work harder than everybody else. That's it. You will not get to where you are without making sacrifices. So the biggest sacrifice for me was time. Because I work full time, because I have 3 kids, because I respect my family time. When I get home from work at 5 and 5:30, the phone is off. I'm putting my phone away, and my wife and I and our daughters have dinner together every single night at the table. We start every single meal off of what we're thankful for, of something that day. It goes around the table. We have a great time. She does like the baths. I'm doing the dishes. I plug in personal development on there. I spoke about the National Wake Up Call. That's a big thing of my hidden minutes, as I call them, while I'm cleaning the dishes. But it is family time. I just read books to my 4-year-old. She's graduating pre-K tomorrow. So we just wrote a book she wanted to read. Twas the night before Easter is actually what we read. But that is so important to me, family time. But my sacrifice, guys, is when 8:30 hits, I'm working. I'm here on a call. When I finish with you guys, I'm going in my challenge groups. I'm plugging in with my team. We have an advanced diamond team call going on simultaneously. I'm going to jump on there. I'm going to grind. So the biggest sacrifice for me is time. I don't watch TV. I don't waste my time. I am building, an amazing life and my wife, and we want amazing things. So we have to make sacrifices. Okay. And you have to understand that you're going to face adversity and you will fail. Okay? Your success is going to be based on your ability to accept and overcome failure. Period. You're going to face adversity. You got to dig down and you got to push yourself and realize it's all part of the process. All right? It's not going to kill you. It's only going to make you stronger. And trust me, the peaks and valleys in this business are, strong and hard at times. We've all been there. There's been times I'm like, I'm going to quit. I remember when I was started the first time I did 21-day fix with my wife, a funny story, and we miscalculated the amount of calories I was supposed to eat, and she's more of the cook, and like 3 days in, I was like threatening to quit coaching. She's like, what? And she realized like 3 days in, she was shortchanging me like 1 carb, 1 fruit, 1 protein. So I was like totally calorie deficient. But it was a rough time in the business, getting all those no's, things weren't working out. I'm like, oh my God, like I've been there. So I know we all go through the struggle together, right, guys? Just remember, it happens to all of us, but you can make the sacrifices. Number 5, you have to have a why, right? And people ask me, what's your alarm clock? Because my alarm, I do my workouts every day just after 5 a.m. And my alarm goes off at 4:45. And people ask me, and my alarm clock is my passion. It's my why. It wakes me up every single morning. You need to write your why down. Why do you do what you do? Oh, I want to lose 10 pounds. No, that is a goal. That is a goal. But, that is a result. Why do you want to lose 10 pounds? Why is it going to make you feel good? Oh, I want to make $1 million in this business. No, that's great. That's a result. Why do you want to make $1 million in this business? What's pushing you? So you have to have why. My why, I'll tell you guys now, my family and kids are first, but I know there's people out there that I can inspire, I can motivate every single day, and my passion is to touch those people that don't know them, that I can help them change their life in a positive way. And do you know that there are people today that have quit in life, that have gave up, that have stopped, and you, I'm talking to each and every one of you on here, have the power to make those people get up. You can make a difference in someone's life today. And we are lacking leaders in this world today. And there's going to be some days when your alarm clock's going to go off, because we've all been there, and it's going to say, for me, 5 a.m. And then you're going to look again, it's going to say 5:05. But your why is going to wake you up every single morning. It may be cliche, but you hear your why should make you cry, right? It's going to tell you, get up. It's going to push yourself. Your mother may need you. Your kids may need you. Your daughter may need you. Maybe it's your community. Maybe it's your church. Get up, because your why is going to push you when you can't push yourself. When you want to quit and give up, your why is going to give you that extra little edge, that advantage, that lift you need, your why. And part of my why is I think of all of you, and I think of all of you on this call, and so many of you, probably most of you except Scotty, I have never met you before. But I realized that if I could inspire or motivate and help some people connect and help their lives change, then I know I can take there and I can put my head down on the pillow every night. Like my drive, guys, I literally cannot put my head in the pillow every night unless I know I've touched somebody's life in a positive way that day. So what is your why? Write it down, hang it up, stick it on the refrigerator, stick it on your head if you have to, right? Early on, I didn't get it. I'll admit it. Being in law enforcement, like, oh, what is this why? I don't understand it. I don't need this, this why stuff. Guys, it's so important, because they find that the people that are the most successful in this world, why are some people most successful and some people aren't? Those that aren't successful are going after things like the money, the materialistic things. You know what? That will come and go, but my kids will always be there. What are your values? Why do you do what you do? That is your why. Number 6, you got to be organized, guys. You cannot have... I used to have sticky notes everywhere. I had stuff in notebooks. I had stuff on sticky notes. Like, I'm sure people on here, raise your hand. Can you relate? Like, are you disorganized? You have stuff on sticky notes. You have stuff on your phone. You have stuff on the refrigerator. Like, I have paper. I used to have papers in my bag. Guys, if you are not organized, and I'm going to tell you right now, for me with my limited time, if I am not organized, my business simply starts dropping and failing. I miss follow-ups. I miss invites. I miss just simple how are yous. I do that every day. I send somebody a message, how are you? That's it. It opens up conversation. And I keep track of these people. So for me, what do I use? Guys, I'll tell you, I'm not going to get into training on it, but I use Evernote. Why? Because I'm all over the place, and Evernote for me syncs on my MacBook. It's on my iMac in my office. It's on my phone. So no matter where I go, I have it. I update it. I could be at Summit. If I'm answering a message, it's updated. It's done. You have to be organized, guys. So if there's one thing when we finish this call and you're disorganized, make your workspace in your office, make it comfortable, make it an inviting environment, get rid of the piles, and get yourself organized. Number 7, Success Club. It's non-negotiable. Like, non-negotiable. I don't just say this because I tell my team you should do it, because people do not get out of life based on what you tell them. They get out of life based on who you are. So I know if I want my team to be hitting Success Club, I need to be hitting Success Club. I can't expect my team to say, David, tell them, guys, come on, Success Club, you got to get to Diamond if I'm not growing. Now, I struggle. Every month we start at 0. I'll tell you right now, guys, it is the 9th of the month. I'm only at 2 points. I have a free group running right now with 75 people. I am building amazing relationships, but I go on faith over fear. And I know by just pouring value into these people, it's going to work itself out. God's going to put somebody into my lap so I can help this person more. So I am making sure that Success Club, I'm doing whatever it takes to hit it. And I think Scotty said it was about 55 months that I've hit it in a row. Guys, you have to hit Success Club. It's simple little tasks, short-term goals. If you're hitting Success Club, you're getting challengers. If you're getting challengers, you're getting coaches. It's that simple. Then hit repeat. Okay? Number 8, personal development. And this was a hard one for me, guys, because, again, being a male, I think, and being in law enforcement and the state police, if any of you are from New York, we're very, very, very paramilitary. It's a sleepaway camp not sleepaway camp, oh my goodness. It's sleepaway police academy for 6 months, like boot camp, like military. It was very paramilitary. So I'm like, I don't need personal development. I don't need that stuff. I don't need some pom-poms in the air. But when I started going with my time from not reading to maybe what they say, 10 minutes a day, to 2 books a month, and anytime I could put headphones on, driving in the car, mobile university, cleaning dishes, and my kids are in the bath and listening to whatever, that was the difference. And one of the analogies I like to share is somebody that I truly look up to, mentor. I'm actually wearing a shirt right now, is E.T. shirt, 120, about giving 120% at all times, with Dr. Eric Thomas. Is everybody, I love this analogy that he shares, wants to shine bright like a diamond. Everyone wants to shine bright like a diamond, but nobody wants to be cut. A diamond in its original form, guys, is coal, right? You could probably walk down the street, kick it, think, and not even realize it. You can be at that next level where you want to be, but not in this form, you won't. You can make 6 figures in this business. You can make the $1 million club like Scotty's hit in this business, but you won't in that version. You can have what you want, be what you want, get what you want, but you will not in the version you are today as a coach. If you think the person you are right now will get you to this level, you are sadly mistaken. But if you are willing to get cut, if you are willing to get constructive criticism, if you are willing to go through professional development, if you are willing to get an accountability partner, if you're willing to follow things like an amazing leader Scotty does every single day, and you are willing to grow and learn more tomorrow than you are today, then you will get to that next level. But the version you are today will not get there. And this is what I had to realize. And I know right now as an 8-star, my goal, yes, I want to make 7 figures a year. Yes, I want to be a 15-star. I don't deserve it. I'm not at that level yet. I need to grow to get to the next level, to get there. I need to continue to go through constructive criticism. I need to know when I'm around a guru that I keep my mouth closed and I listen, because when the guru speaks, we don't talk, we listen. So when I'm there and I'm talking to people that are more successful, I listen. And a perfect example, if I'm having a conversation again and I'm speaking to somebody of a leader like you guys have, with Scotty as your leader, and he's talking, I listen, right? You guys have to listen to your leaders, all right? You cannot watch every show, every sport game, every movie that comes out. If you want to shine bright like a diamond, you have to be cut like a diamond. So going forward, guys, when a leader tells you something, don't have up the defense mechanism, all right? You can shine bright, but today it's definitely not a phenomenal version. And if you're willing to grow and make some changes from other leaders who are more successful, you will get there. So start embracing constructive criticism. Stop hanging out with people who are so inferior than you that would never tell you the truth about yourself because they need you too much. That's very true. You need to start hanging out with people at a different level because they will stretch you and teach you things you never heard before. They will hold you accountable in ways you've never been held accountable before, and you will be able to do things you've never done. So how did I do this early on? Or how can you do this where you are right now? How can you find mentors? Maybe you can't find one. It's in the books that you read. Your authors are your mentors. Listen to audio. Embrace people more successful than you. Stop telling people, stop hanging with people who are going to tell you what you want to hear and what you already know. What you do to improve you is what will affect your bottom line and your bank account. The more you grow, guys, the more you make. The more you learn, the more you earn. And I'm going to say that again. The more you grow, the more you make. The more you learn, the more you earn. It's so important. Number 8. Like I said, number 8 was personal development. Number 9, this is a big one. Consistency. Guys, you need to show up every single day. You cannot disappear. Some people think it comes easy to me because, I'm a successful coach and, we paid off this debt and therefore I can work the business every day. But let me tell you, I too get punched in the face of life. Now, I don't always talk about it on social media because I don't want to discourage people. But life has not been crystal clear for David Atkins over the years. I have my haters, my critics, my family, which is usually your worst critic, was the least supportive. They still bust my chops at times. Probably in the last, when I hit elite for the second time this year, we brought my wife home. That's when, in fact, I think they started taking it serious. But, oh, David, you have a good paying job. You're a lieutenant in the state police. Kristen, you're a teacher with your master's plus 60 credits. What are you guys doing? The pyramid scheme. Guys, I have my haters and my critics. And things are going to happen in life. I watched my mother-in-law, and guys, this was very hard for me. My mother-in-law, who was a young, beautiful lady, used to watch my kids all the time. She lived close by. She was here all the time. And I'll never forget that around in May 2 years ago, we were at a carnival at my daughter's school at St. Patrick's, and she said she found a lump in her breast. And she had to get her lump checked out. And fast forward, guys, in 4 months, my mother-in-law passed away. She had a severe, aggressive form of cancer, ended up on hospice. I was literally changing my mother-in-law's diapers in her bed and changing her sheets. She looked like a skeleton. I watched a beautiful lady that was so close to my mom, to my wife, to my kids, to my family, pass away. So you are going to get punched in the face of life, and your why has to be greater than that punch, right? You can't disappear when life gets in the way. You can have time to, we had the wake and we had the funeral, but there were still people each and every day that needed my zeal and needed my passion and needed me to make a difference. And I had to make sure I was there for them, and I had to be the husband I could be for my wife and pick her up in the hardest time and keep her accountable and keep her motivated and have her hold her head high. And I shared on the wake-up call another story that was shared with me about Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas. And I don't know if you guys have heard this story, but it was another story I heard from Eric Thomas. And I want to just share it again because I just think it's so true. Nobody's ever got knocked out by Mike Tyson and never got back up. And I remember this fight. Mike Tyson, guys, if you remember, it was like the first round. Bing, bing, boom, and the fight was over, right? But Buster Douglas was in the fight, and it was literally almost at a 10 count. The bell was like 4, 3, 2, 1. He was on the ground, and he got saved by the bell. Ding, ding, ding. And the whole world thought, that's it. Once Buster Douglas comes back out, Mike is going to hammer him. And that is exactly what happened. Mike came out, was like, I got this kid. I got this kid up against the ropes. So let me tell you, right now, some of you, life has you up against the ropes. For me at that time, it was my mother-in-law. For those of you that really know my background will know that my best friend, my college roommate, my fraternity brother, somebody I was in his wedding, he was at my wedding. We were in the state police together. He was shot and killed in the line of duty, guys. That was one of the hardest things I had to deal with in my life. So I'm telling you right now, whatever you're dealing with, bankruptcy, divorce, and life has you backed up, I need you to do what Buster Douglas did. Buster Douglas started fighting back. He knew, I know you knocked out 30 other people before me, but I won't be the 31st. You have to tell life, I don't know who you've been dealing with, but you haven't dealt with me. So they went to another round, and another round, and another round, and it got to that round, and Buster Douglas knocked Mike Tyson out. I remember that day, that fight, oh my God, what just happened? And the world was shocked. So they went to Buster Douglas, and they asked him, what happened? And he said, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Here was the challenge. The challenge was, it was real simple. Before my mother died, she told the whole world, I am going to beat Mike Tyson. And 2 days before the fight, my mother died. And he had the decision to make when his mother died. He can die with his mother, or he can make a decision and wake up and say, I can live for mom, and knock Mike Tyson out simply because his why was greater than that punch. His why was greater than defeat. His why was greater than his trials and tribulations. And I'm telling you, if you don't know what your why is and your why isn't strong, you are going to get knocked out every single day. But when you know what your why is, back on my earlier point, you will get through the hardest times. Okay? Your why plays into that. And if you have your why and you're willing to tell life, you know, and guys, let me tell you, if you fight back and push back in life, it will ease up on you. And the majority of the time, the 2%, that we have to be 2%ers, right? Because the 98% of society lets life knock us down. They let the circumstances around us control us. We can't control the circumstances, but we can control how we react to the circumstances. And when you control your attitude and how you react, you'll be consistent. And when you're consistent in this business, you'll be successful. You know what the difference is between the very successful coaches and the ones that aren't? The ones that are the most successful have just been consistent longer than you do what needs to be done. That's it. People so often, they work a week, they disappear for a week. They work 3 weeks, they disappear. We all see it. Guys, consistency, all right? Fight back whatever life's dealing with you, okay? You can get through it. I totally believe in each and every one of you on here. I really do. Number 10, guys, is you have to be a product of the product so you can share. I hear so often, David, I don't want to feel like I'm selling. I don't want to feel like it's salesy. Listen, guys, you need to be a product of the product. I'm not knocking if you're somebody that goes to the gym or you're doing other programs that are out there. Fine. I love to run. I ran New York City Marathon back before I did Beachbody twice. I'm a runner. But I'm still push and play 6 days a week. Like on the weekends, it's summertime for all of us. I go out and run in my village. I still go out and run a couple miles. We have a lab now. He's a puppy. He's 11 months. I take him out. I love to run. I love to do those things. I grew up in Long Island. I love to surf. When I get down to Long Island, I love that. But I'm still push and play. Why? So I can share my story. Because when I can share my story, people can connect with me. And people think, oh, if I don't need to drink Shakeology, or I don't need to do a program. And guys, do a program beginning to end. Like, don't do 2 days of something and then go to the gym for 3 days and then go do something else for 2 days. Like, share your journey, share your struggles, share what you're going through. There's Beachbody on demand now. So if you're a gym goer, like, hello, you can do it. But you have to be a product of the product every single day. That's what separates us. We're not selling jewelry or soap, guys. You can change somebody's life. You personally can change somebody's life. Be a product of the product. And my last bonus one, guys, I always tell people is embrace the system. Okay, when I started as a coach, there wasn't Coach Basics. My coach quit. I didn't have anything to go to. So when you have a system, when you have Scotty as your leader, when you have things that can go on and you can follow, stop trying to do it your way and do it with the person that has the success. Surround yourself with engines, not anchors, people that lift you up. And I know that Scotty lifts all you guys up. Okay, so embrace the system. Don't try to change it. Not saying that there's one cookie cutter way to build this business, but when you have a way that works, that's proven, follow it. So guys, to recap, number 1, social media. Number 2, staying plugged in. Number 3, events. 4, sacrifices. 5, your why. 6, be organized. 7, Success Club. All of you guys on here are going to hit it this month, right? Number 8 is personal development. Number 9 is consistency. Number 10 is product of the product. And guys, the bonus, embrace the system. So guys, that's my 10 points. And I guess, Scotty, I'm coming back to you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, David. My kids are over there destroying things. Dude, so you guys all get to see now why I like David. Awesome coach, huh? One thing that I love about David is just how busy he is, right? And he still made time for us. Someone, like, none of us will ever financially benefit him, but he came and gave 120%, like ET says to us. So I'm extremely grateful for that you made that sacrifice for us. Thank you for what you do also in your line of work. And you're a great example to each and every one of us. I got these 10 points all written down, and I really love that. Surround yourself with engines and not anchors. You're awesome, man. I can't wait to see you at Summit. And this call is recorded, so if any of you guys, well, not if any of you guys, I have like a bunch of wows and exclamation points and thank you so much. And I love him and all these all over the place, David. So we appreciate we appreciate you bringing it, and I know that you have some more calls to get on tonight and got your list to do before you get back to work tomorrow morning. So, dude, I'm excited to see you as a full-time coach soon when that time comes.
Thank you.
Yep. I believe it's going to happen for you. And guys, remember, this is a guy who got signed up by someone and his coach quit, so he was all alone. And that's what you call not making an excuse, but staying focused on that reason. And his kids were more important than the fact that his coach quit. So remember that when it gets hard. And David, we appreciate you. Love you, man, for coming on here. And we'll see you guys all later.
Bye-bye.
Peace.